Hello everyone. Thank you for being here today. I'm excited to share a heartwarming story with you titled, A Perfect Holiday, Cats, Chaos, and Cleaning. If you enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. Of course, if it's not your style, feel free to skip it, no hard feelings. Now, let's begin the story. Today was my day off, and I was determined to make the most of it. No emails, no deadlines. No boss asking me why my coffee break had lasted 30 minutes. Instead, my plan was simple: play with my cats and finally clean the house. The moment I got out of bed, however, the cats had already started their own version of morning exercise. One cat was chasing an invisible ghost through the living room. Another was clawing at the sofa as if it contained a hidden treasure, and a third one was proudly sitting on the dining table like a furry king observing his kingdom. I greeted them with my "good morning, babies" voice, the embarrassing high-pitched tone humans use only with pets. Their reactions were priceless. Some meowed back with enthusiasm. Others stared as if I had completely lost my mind. Breakfast time turned into a mini circus. While I was opening the food, one cat jumped into the cabinet, another tried to bite the package, and the rest formed a hungry chorus. By the time everyone was finally eating peacefully, I realized I had already burned as many calories as a gym workout. With the cats temporarily distracted by food, I thought it was the perfect chance to start cleaning. My plan was clear: sweep, mop, organize. Easy, right? Wrong. Very wrong. As soon as I picked up the broom, one of my cats treated it as a new toy. She pounced on the bristles with wild determination, clearly thinking she was saving the house from a deadly snake. Another cat decided that the dustpan was his personal bed, lying in it like a king lounging on his throne. When I moved to mop the floor, things escalated. The wet mop instantly became the ultimate monster for them to attack. 3 cats joined forces, launching an ambush from behind the sofa, as if they had rehearsed it for weeks. By the time I managed to clean just half of the living room, I looked around and realized something horrifying. The cats had created new messes in the places I had already cleaned. Tufts of fur floated around like snowflakes. Toys were scattered everywhere, and someone had knocked over a plant, spilling soil like a miniature volcano eruption. Cleaning with cats around was like filling a bucket while someone kept drilling holes in the bottom. But despite the chaos, I couldn't stop laughing. Their antics made the chore feel less like work and more like a comedy show I had accidentally subscribed to. Every mop swing, every broom swipe, every clumsy attempt to organize was met with feline assistance. They weren't helping, of course, but they believed they were. And that's what made it hilarious. After my heroic but hopeless attempt at cleaning, I gave up and declared it playtime. The cats seemed to understand instantly, rushing toward their toys with unmatched enthusiasm. One cat chased a ball like an Olympic sprinter, another batted at a dangling feather as if practicing martial arts, and the laziest of the bunch lay on his back, waiting for me to roll the toy directly into his paws. I couldn't stop smiling. The house wasn't spotless, but the joy was undeniable. Eventually, the excitement died down. The cats, one by one, curled up in their favorite spots. On the couch, by the window, on top of my folded laundry, of course. The quiet after the storm felt magical. As I sat down with a cup of tea, I looked around the semi-clean, semi-messy room and felt oddly content. It struck me then that this day was exactly what I needed. A break from the constant rush of life. A reminder that perfection isn't necessary. Sure, the house wasn't sparkling, but I had laughed, played, and felt connected, both to my cats and to the simple joys of being present. Cats have a way of teaching us without words. They show us that sometimes chaos can be fun, that rest is important, and that love doesn't require everything to be perfect. Today, my holiday wasn't about achieving a spotless house. It was about spending time with the little fur balls who make my life brighter. So yes, my day off turned into a battle of broom versus paws, mop versus claws, and human patience versus feline energy. But in the end, it became a perfect memory, one I wouldn't trade for anything. In real life, the story of spending a holiday playing with cats while trying to clean the house reflects the balance many of us struggle to achieve between productivity and joy. Too often, we measure a successful day by how much we accomplish, how many tasks we cross off the to-do list, how spotless our surroundings look, or how efficient we appear. Yet, like the cats in the story, life often interrupts our carefully made plans with small, unexpected distractions. Instead of resisting these moments, we can choose to embrace them. The playful chaos of the cats reminds us that not everything has to be perfect for us to be happy. Sometimes laughter and connection matter more than order. In modern life, where stress, deadlines, and responsibilities weigh heavily, it is important to pause and appreciate the small joys, whether it's time with pets, family, or simply resting without guilt. The advice here is simple. Allow room for imperfection, welcome moments of play, and focus on experiences rather than flawless results. A messy house can be cleaned tomorrow, but memories of joy, love, and laughter are what truly enrich our lives and keep us balanced.